The Neighborhood Advisory Council is seeking the input of Pittsburg residents to help create safe, healthy, and vibrant neighborhoods by hosting an open house. Sarah Runyon from the city of Pittsburgh and a neighborhood volunteer, Bob Gilmore, is with us this morning to share the vision behind the project. Good morning to you both. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. So talk to me about tomorrow's open house and what's all going to be going on there.
So tomorrow, July 25th, starting at 5:30 and going till 7, we're going to be at Memorial Auditorium greeting the community. We're wanting some input from the community on our neighborhood map project. So we're defining neighborhoods in Pittsburgh and giving them names.
Yes.
And then also creating some neighborhood networks where people can get to know their neighbors and start getting more involved.
And why is this important to the city to see neighborhoods in communities getting together and just, taking part in that?
Well, we find that when folks feel connected and they feel like they belong in their neighborhoods are safer, and their quality of life goes up significantly. And we also want to see more folks taking pride in their properties, taking care of their homes as well, and then also taking advantage of a lot of resources that the city has to offer that maybe they don't know about. So it's also part of educating neighbors and our community about the resources that we have available that they can take advantage of to make their neighborhoods look their best.
Absolutely. And tomorrow's also an opportunity for people to come out and meet their neighborhood volunteers.
Yes.
Bob, talk to me a little bit about your experience as a volunteer.
Well, I've been lived in Pittsburgh all my life, so I've watched what's going on here, and I got to see in here a few years ago that all the people moving in, most people didn't know one another. And if you don't know one another, it's kind of hard to look out for one another.
Absolutely.
And so when we look out for one another, we make a stronger community and a safer neighborhood.
So you're hopeful that this project will help bring people together?
Well, that's the whole purpose of
Yes.
it, is to getting people to know one another, because when you know one another, you do things together, and you hopefully will take pride in your area because somebody else is doing it.
Absolutely. And for those Pittsburgh residents who want to take part in their area and volunteer like Bob has, can you talk to me about some things that people can sign up for to volunteer with?
Absolutely. So one great example is in the Northeast area. We have a few volunteers that live there that are going to be organizing a cleanup in the fall. So if you want to be a part of that, or if you have a neighbor, or maybe you are struggling to take care of your property, or you have some issues and you're not able to do for yourself, or take that big piece of furniture to the curb by yourself, or whatever it is, you can nominate yourself, you can nominate your neighbor, and then we're hoping to take some of our volunteer resources and start tackling some of those issues this fall. So
absolutely. All right, well, Sarah and Bob, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Now, the open house is tomorrow at the Memorial Auditorium in Pittsburgh at 5:30 p.m. Stick around, we'll be back with more right after this.